Good morning, students. Today's topic is power of a lens. So, what is power of a lens? So, actually, it is the degree of convergence or divergence of the rays of light due to the presence of a lens. So, suppose we consider the rays of light which are passing parallel to each other. So, if we place one convex lens, then these are the parallel rays of light. So, we know that due to the convergence, it will converge at a particular point. It will converge at a particular point which is your focus. So, these are the parallel rays of light. If no lens is present here, then they pass along this particular direction. But due to the presence of the lens, it will converge. So it means what? Its direction, the direction of the rays of light changes. So how much this particular rays of light converge? So this particular angle gives you the angle of convergence in case of the convex lens. Similarly, if we consider one concave lens, then the rays of light which are parallel to the principal axis, so they diverge due to the presence of the lens. So since they diverge, so again if we produce it, then they intersect at the point which is your focus. So how much these rays of light diverge from its original direction? So this angle of divergence or this angle of convergence gives you the power of the lens. In what way? Suppose this angle is theta. And suppose this point is A, this one is O. Then we know that tan theta equals to perpendicular by base. So AO divided by OF. So perpendicular by base, so AO by OF. If AO is 1 unit, then tan theta equals to 1 by OF. But if we observe 1 by OF represent your focal length, so it means 1 by F, and which is the power of the lens. So P equals to 1 by F. So P equals to inverse of focal length. So this is the mathematical formula of the power of the lens. So if we consider the convex lens, then for convex lens always the focal length is positive. So it means power is positive. Similarly, if we consider the concave lens, then for concave lens always focal length is negative. So it means the power is negative. So this is your power definition. So here, since power is 1 by F, so its SI unit is what? SI unit of the power is meter inverse or diopter, and it is simply denoted by capital D. Okay, so diopter represent meter inverse, not centimeter inverse. Do not confuse it. Okay, so SI unit of power is meter inverse or diopter. Similarly, the dimension of the power is, so dimension of power is L to the power minus 1. So this is the dimension of power of a lens. And this is your definition of the power of a lens. But if we consider the power in case of combination of two lenses, suppose we consider two convex lenses which are in contact with each other. So this is your principal axis. So we consider, suppose O is your point object. This is your O point object. So L1 is one of the convex lens, L2 is another convex lens. So suppose the rays of light incident on the first convex lens. So since it is convex, so it means, so the rays of light converge at a particular point. The rays of light converge at a particular point. So in this particular case, so first we consider L1 only. Whenever we consider only L1, then the rays of light converge at the point I1. But since another lens is present, L2, now for L1, O is your point object, I1 is the image. But when we consider L2, then for L2, these are your incident rays which converge at the point I1. So it is not actually converging, but it appears to converge. So I1 is acting as virtual object for L2. So again, the nature of the lens is converging. So it means that the rays of light again converges. So if converges, so it will converge at a different point. Which one is your I2? So if we consider the lens L2, then I1 is acting as virtual object and I2 is your real image. For L1, O is your point object, I1 is the image. So if we consider this one is your object distance for L1, so then this will be your image distance for L1. So it means if we apply the lens equation for lens L1, so then formula will be 1 by V1 minus 1 by U equals to 1 by F1, where F1 is the focal length of the lens L1. Okay. So now if we consider L2, I1 is acting as virtual object, I2 will be your real image. So now this distance again we consider as V1, and it is possible only when if we consider the two lenses are thin lenses. So thin lenses, it means L1 and L2 are thin lenses, then only this particular distance is negligible, and then only this distance L1 I1 is equals to L2 I2. So we consider one assumption here that L1 and L2 are thin lenses. Okay, thin convex lenses. So then for L2 also we are taking the object distance, it means the virtual object distance, as V1 and real image distance as suppose V. So then for the lens L2, so the formula will be 1 by V minus 1 by V1 equals to 1 by F2. Why? Because now V1 is acting as the object distance and V is acting as the image distance for lens L2, and F2 is the focal length of the lens L2. So if we take these two equations, if we add these two equations, then we have 1 by V minus 1 by U equals to 1 by F1 plus 1 by F2. Instead of this combination of two lenses, if we take only one lens, one convex lens, whose object is at O and image is at I1, then for that particular lens we have the lens equation as 1 by V minus 1 by U equals to 1 by F, where F is the focal length of that particular imaginary lens. So instead of these two convex lenses, if we take one convex lens, then this will be your formula, And if we compare these two equations, then we have 1 by f equals to 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2. And if we take 1 by f as your power, p equals to p1 plus p2, which is the formula for power in case of combination of two lenses.